Well, hello there, friends, enemies, men, women, and undecided. You are not watching the Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Corden, or Jimmy Ellen show. You're watching the right show, baby. This podcast comes to you live every week. Episode 103. We have a lot to talk about. This is an all sports episode. We're going to talk about Novak Djokovic getting jerked around. We're going to talk about a black swim team looking miserable before they jump in the pool. Women's basketball bores the audience to tears, and we laugh at Dr. Fauci, plus show 2 new comedy clips. It's all happening right here, right now, on The Right Show. Welcome aboard. You came to the right place, a support group for normal people. When you leave a comment, I highlight it if I can see it in time. We got people from Michigan. We got people celebrating Women's Day, and we're going to do that too. Episode 103 coming here live. This is a support group for normal people. So if you're a radical leftist, get out. 103 episodes. YouTube subscribers have been flat for 7 months. Not a single new person wants to see me, and nobody's left. Just, does that sound right to you? I don't think so. However, Facebook has gone up 2,500. Instagram has gone up 3,000 in the last week, thanks to my Donald Trump video going viral. It's a great video. It's one of the best comedy videos I've ever seen, believe me. We have TikTok going up. So whatever you're on, follow me on that. Now, where do you live and where do you want to go for spring break? That's what I want to know. I'm going to show you where I went for spring break. I went and hung out with a celebrity entrepreneur named Patrick Bet David. He was born in Iran to an Assyrian family, Armenian background as well. After the revolution in Iran, refugee camp in Germany, came to Glendale, California with nothing, amassed a $500 million fortune 30 years later. Whoa! What I love about Patrick Bet David, he is not a radical leftist. He's a capitalist. He knows that with hard work and clever and craftiness and right place, right time, a little bit of luck sprinkled on, you can become a $500 million in 30 years or less. I haven't done it yet, but we all have that opportunity. Keep thinking, folks. The point is, he loves regular comedians. He loves stand-up comedy, and he wants to build a division of his company, Valuetainment. He wants to build a comedy division within that umbrella, meaning he had to do a search for all the best comedians in the United States and Canada. 500 submitted. He picked 6 to come meet with them. I thought I would share with you my audition / hangout with the one and only Patrick Bet David. You've probably seen him going viral online. What if our powers were combined? Woo. We're here, PBD Valuetainment Podcast Studio. We are in the vault. Wow. Have it. I was in the vault and met Patrick Bet David. Very cool guy. He's interviewed Shaq, Kananes. He's interviewed Wayne Gretzky, boxers, mafia people. So just go on his page and you'll love everything you see. It was a lot of fun. Now we get to my show. This is why we do this every week, so that if he hires me, we take my small studio, you add a $500 million budget to it. Look out, Trevor No Laughs. Your boy's coming. Speaking of which, this is our sports episode, and basketball girls bore the audience to tears. I want you to see what it looks like and then tell me if they deserve equal pay. Basket bored to tears, okay? So yes, they're doing the same job. This makes women look ridiculous when they demand equal pay for the same job, because when that's the level of play on the basketball court, it undermines all you hardworking women out there who are doing the same job and doing great in your office, your firm, in the medical practice. And so you should be the most vocal against these women, saying you are not doing well, you are not successful, you missed 4 layups, you threw the ball wide open, she missed a layup, and you are hurting us. The feminist radical movement is hurting those of us who are successful and good at our jobs. So I don't blame men for not supporting women's basketball, and I don't blame women for not supporting it, but I do blame you ladies for making me have to say these women are not good, they don't deserve equal pay because they're not doing the equal job. Well, they've won more tournaments. My cousin's Little League team won more Little League World Series than the Yankees. That is a different level of play. It is a different playing field. It is a whole different category. Watch again and tell me, is this the same job? And ladies, quit letting me hang out to dry. When people come in my comments and go, you're anti-women, you suck. You got to be like, no, he loves women. He loves honest women. And you're a liar. That's why we both don't like you. And I got a vehehu, and I don't like you either. And the crowd goes mild. Pathetic. All right, this is our sports episode, so let's keep it moving. I was very shocked to see this. I want to show you. Let's put it on the screen. We have an all-black swim team. Now, why that's being put on the cover of Sports Illustrated, I don't know. This isn't the 1700s. We've had all-black bobsled teams. There was a movie about that in the 80s. We've had all black swim teams in the 70s. There was a movie about that as well. But for some reason, the powers that be keep wanting to divide us, and Sports Illustrated, which as Ben Shapiro calls it, MSNBC with footballs, has put this: Howard University swim and dive team covers Sports Illustrated in a historically black college university first. So here they are. This coach is actually black. He's just got more lighting on him than the others. Then look at these dour, sad, miserable faces. I want to zoom in so you can see what I'm talking about. Now, I'll tell you, I was on the swim team and I was very good. And when we made the team, we were excited. Does this look like an excited group of people who are historically first and have something to be proud of? They look like they just got told they got cut from the basketball team. And now they have to swim, and the pool is cold. So I posted about that, and I got a lot of hatred just for pointing it out. I go, hey, when I got on the swim team, I was like, swimmers are a happy bunch. You're just jumping in the water. You could be serious for the meet. You know, you're on the blocks. But hey, we all made it. Yay. So I wanted to get your take on that. Now, I wrote a very funny comment on that. This is what got me in a lot of hot water. They tried to cancel me for this. I wrote, why so angry? Most people smile when they swim. They look like they're protesting swimming. Like they just found out the cops are going to arrest them if they jump in the pool. They've been blocked from going in. So I posted that, and a lot of people were like, oh, you're just racist. Okay, it has nothing to do with race. If it was the first ever 6 white guys on a NBA pro basketball team. First of all, they would never make a cover in the year 2023 if 6 white men, they were all the starting players on the Chicago Bulls. In a first, all white starting lineup on the Chicago Bulls. We've never seen this. And they're all like, they should be like, what? How the hell did we do that? We beat all the black dudes? Damn. What? Mom, we made it. Woof. Not so upset about it. Secondly, there was a movie called Pride. There was already an all-black swim team. So what I believe is Sports Illustrated keeps throwing racial fuel on the fire. I'm not the racist for pointing out that we don't need to clap when we see 5 black people in a row. We need to be like, okay, they must be the best athletes at the school. Let's see how they do against the Kentucky team. But instead, Sports Illustrated, whenever they can, it's a first. And they always look for firsts. We've already had the first everything. So now they're like, well, it's the first black vice president. Okay. Oh, now it's the first ever black woman with no legs. Okay. Who has ever had straight hair on one side and wild curly dreadlocks on the other to ever work at Ben & Jerry's ice cream. You're like, oh my God, really? Can I just get my mint double chip and go? Okay. So that's what's going on. I want to see what you think about that in the comments. And you're wrong for that one, Kay. It's sexual harassment to ask these woke swimmers to smile. And why so serious? I blame Sports Illustrated for this because this is the historically black college's first all-black swim team, and they're winning records. Why not project an image of happiness, excitement? Because Sports Illustrated, they probably took 100 pictures that day. They went with the one that says, even when we made it, we still mad. The kids probably didn't know what they're signing up for. They didn't know they're going to pick this one. They said, hey, okay, do one like where you're all mad dogging. That's the one Sports Illustrated uses to promote the image that black people are angry. They have every right to be angry. They don't have to smile. There's nothing to be proud of. Screw you. And when you've made it to the top, when you have something to be very excited about, hell no. We keeping it real. So Sports Illustrated, for making that the image that you promote for these wonderful black people, you, not me, you are the racist. Word. Djokovic gets jerked around. I can't believe this poor guy. He is the best tennis player in the world. He's won more tournaments. You know, they couldn't wait to say Serena Williams, she's the GOAT, she's the GOAT. Wrong. She's not the GOAT, because the GOAT would be the greatest tennis player of all time, not the greatest girl tennis player in the year 2020. She hasn't won very much in the last 5 years. Margaret Court has more trophies than she does. Here you have Novak Djokovic. He wants no vax, and that's no Djokovic. And he's already got the most tournaments of all time, but they keep blocking him in the prime of his life. He only has, a few more seasons left. He's getting up there in age. There's a whole new crop every year. 21 to 25-year-old men, a little bit taller, a little bit stronger, a little bit faster, ready to take his titles. Let him play. Whoever wins this tournament deserves to have an asterisk by their name and know that they are not the best tennis player of all time. Do you agree? Let's read this right here. Djokovic is banned from Indian Wells. The world's top tennis player cannot play in the tournament. Serbian tennis player no vaccination Djokovic withdrew from BNP Paribas Open at Indian Wells in California earlier this week after he was denied a waiver to enter the United States. His status for the Miami Open in Florida is also in danger. The world #1 tennis player cannot enter because the United States still has a COVID-19 I don't want to say these words, I'm going to get banned, which is requiring foreigners to be boosty-hoo-hooed before they enter our beautiful country. Now, I have a few questions for the people who are pushing the idea that you need the fake boosty-hoo-hoo. Number one, is Novak Djokovic sick? If he's not sick, test him. If he doesn't have that thing we shall not name that you think is so scary, then let him in the country. The whole point is you don't want people with kofefi to come in the country. He don't have kofefi. Number two, do we have illegals coming up in here unboosted? I mean, this is the Biden administration's rules, like 5 million a year that we know of. Part of coming over illegally is we don't know. So I'm guessing it's closer to 10, 20 million a year. If they can cross the border, then why don't we have Novak just go illegally come in and play tennis? Number three, haven't we proven that these boosties don't even work? I mean, first we thought it was going to stop and then keep the spread and keep you from getting it, then minimize it. Now we realize it's just Capri Sun, $100 a swipe, okay? Number four, isn't tennis already the most socially distanced sport in the world? You are literally 75 feet away from the other guy. The only thing that comes in contact is a hairy ball. Then he hits his hairy ball back at you, and then you smack his hairy ball back, and he hits your hairy ball right back into your face. So you're just smacking the balls around, but nobody even touches if you don't want to. Well, I'm not the only one that thinks Novak is getting jerked around. Here we have a woman that did exactly to Novak's oppressor what we all wanted to do. This woman gives the Fauci flip in the photo. And so this idiot thinks he's like, oh, look what I've got. I've got a gorgeous girl. I told her to wear a mask. But of course, she's so pretty, who would want to cover that face? So she doesn't need her mask, but you need your mask. But she wanted a picture with me because I'm a celebrity, Dr. Fauci. Therefore, of course, you can have a picture and maybe we could make love doggy style. That way we're not facing the same way. This is healthy. The COVID cannot get into my mouth from yours because you're facing the wall and I'm facing a similar wall. And she's like, yeah, I want a picture with you. Yeah, you're so hot. And she secretly flips him off, and this picture has gone viral with over 500 million views because she did what Novak Djokovic should also do. Flip you, Fauci. Do you agree? Put it in the comments. If you think I'm anti-science, please put that in the comments, and also leave a bunch of comments calling each other racist in the comments. That is how social media works. I'm about to go on tour. I want every one of you to join me. I want you to put in the comments, I know someone who lives in X city. Can we do that together? Sacramento, San Jose, Tampa, Arlington, Hugoton, Kansas, Reno, Nevada, Batavia, Illinois, that's the Chicago area, Boca Raton, Naples, Florida, and then Las Vegas, Nevada. All of those and more are on KvonComedy.com. Podcasters, look in the description. There might be a link. You click on that, you go to my website, KvonComedy.com. Get on the phone and get your ticket right. I recently performed at University of Wisconsin. We had an amazing time. At the end of my show, I go, did I make fun of everybody equally? That's my goal. Everyone, yeah. I go, did I leave anyone out? And one of the girls in the crowd, who was, she knew she's a little bit of a bigger girl. She goes, do a fat joke. The whole crowd, oh, they knew. They asked the half Persian who's been hitting the gym, thin, to do a fat joke. It's like the worst heckle in the world. What would you do? I looked at her, I go, oh no, I'm not falling for that trap. The crowd kind of giggled. I go, this is just how you get me to say something and I get canceled. The crowd kind of acknowledged, oh, he got that right. Sidestep that little landmine. And then I hit him with this. I will not do it. I will not do any jokes about Lizzo. Big laugh. And then I moved along. What did you think of my tactic? The reason I brought that up is because every day on Facebook, I open up my Facebook account and there is Lizzo front and center and behind and around. It's like my profile view becomes panoramic and she is all over it. And I go, what is going on? And it's not just that they go, here's Lizzo. It's that she's wearing more and more outlandish outfits and saying, don't notice my outfit. My outfit is none of your business. I like my outfit. Okay, you can I wear things in the comfort of my own bedroom and I feel good about myself. But if you wear the crazy outfit and then people comment on the outfit and you say, don't comment about my outfit. And then you get the media to write a puff piece about you, puff, puff, pass. Then it is a little alarming. Here is the latest one I found on Facebook. I thought I would take a picture of it. It says, simply stunning. Read more about Lizzo's outfit. Then it shows you this Nacho Libre looking Mexican wrestler style skin suit with very thinly spaced fabrics covering barely anything. And it says, the cover of this magazine says, Lizzo looks sensational in neon yellow bodysuit during her performance. Folks, you can't yell at me for noticing when this is what you're promoting, okay? Lizzo did stun us in her outfit. I am stunned she got in that thing. And many people left comments, I think it was a one piece and once she got into it, it kind of turned into this shredded thing she's got on. It used to be a solid bodysuit. Now it's a Spider-Man outfit. It was very funny. And the whole point is I'm not starting this fight. Social media and the newspapers and the radical left who are promoting these platforms, they started the fight. They say, don't you think she's gorgeous? Oh, no, I like her. She's a talented singer. Say she's beautiful and mean it. No. Secondly, there are other reasons other than looks not to get that big, folks. It's not just about how she looks. You can do the math on circulation, diabetes, heart issues. You can have a tumor and not know it. There's some women who get so big, they sit down on the toilet because they think they had a big, bad burrito and they push to kind of explode the burrito out of the butt and a baby comes out. They didn't even know they were pregnant the whole time. Talk about a food baby. Oh. And there's a child. And now, for the rest of your life, you've had a toilet baby. It's not good for the environment. It's hard on the fixtures. If Lizzo came over and you just bought a $2,900 couch, would you want her to plop down in it? At the airport, they've anchored the toilets to the wall. It doesn't have a pedestal down on the ground. It's floating. Take it right off the wall. Imagine if Lizzo sits first class. She's also sitting coach. Number 3, I believe I am lazier than Lizzo. You're looking at me, there's no way, Kvon. There's no way you're lazier than Lizzo. Look at you. Look at those arms. Pull them out, Kvon. Fine, I will. Look, I am lazier than Lizzo, okay? Now you're saying, Kvon, how is it possible you've got arms like that? Your neck, you got muscles in your neck. Who has muscles up in the neck? The abs, the chest? You're like, how are you lazier than Lizzo? I'm going to tell you, folks, because I lift 100 pounds over and over at the gym. Then I set it down and I go home. I leave it at the gym. Okay? That makes me lazy because Lizzo has decided to put 180 pounds on and take it with her everywhere she goes. Who's lazier? You be the judge. So that's what I'm saying now, folks. This isn't anti-Lizzo. It's pro-health. If you're lazy like me, then you will lift your weights at the gym, leave them there, and go lay down on the couch and enjoy the rest of your night, snuggled up with a loved one, Netflixing, and quite possibly chilling. We have now come to find January 6th was a Democrat hoax the whole time. Now, we all already knew that. I'm speaking to the choir. I'm preaching to the people who are already coming to church regularly. But the radical left kept saying, January 6th was an insurrection. They tried to take over the whole government. First of all, you can't take over the government by going into the Capitol. Second of all, it'd be the only insurrection where nobody was armed. Third of all, the people causing the trouble were doing that before Trump's speech ended. Ever heard of wolves in sheep's clothing? Ever heard the Boston Tea Party? Did Antifa forget to wake up that day and go to the Capitol? All it takes is 20 Antifa members among 300,000 people, smash a window, break a bottle, do this. And now it's like, oh, that's what all 300,000 did. Look, we're not stupid. And it's been exposed and the radical left is crying big time. I want you to see January 6th, how crazy and scary it was when the shaman, the crazy Instagram scary guy, was led around by police, walking in between them. Nobody arrested him. Nobody grabbed him. That's not very violent.
Conspiracy theorist dressed in outlandish costume who led the violent insurrection to overthrow American democracy. For these crimes, Chansley was sentenced to nearly 4 years in prison, far more time than many violent criminals now receive. What did Jacob Chansley do to receive this punishment? To this day, there is dispute over how Chansley got into the Capitol building. But according to our review of the internal surveillance video, it is very clear what happened once he got inside. Virtually every moment of his time inside the Capitol was caught on tape. The tapes show that Capitol Police never stopped Jacob Chansley. They helped him. They acted as his tour guides. Here's video of Chansley in the Senate chamber. Capitol Police officers take him to multiple entrances and even try to open locked doors for him. We counted at least 9 officers who were within touching distance of unarmed Jacob Chansley. Not one of them even tried to slow him down. Chansley understood that Capitol Police were his allies. Video shows him giving thanks for them in a prayer on the floor of the Senate. Watch.
Thank you, Heavenly Father, for giving the inspiration needed to these police officers to allow us in this building.
Contrast the reality of what Jacob Chansley did in the Capitol building on January 6th.
Now we know that what he did was not terrorism. It was not violent. He's walking around. Nobody held a gun to his head and pulled the trigger. No one pepper sprayed him, handcuffed him. You didn't even have to George Floyd the guy. He was peacefully walking around taking a tour. He was a tourist in a costume from Burning Man. That is not a revolution. That is not an insurrection. The radical left has lied to you, and it really hurts my feelings that you keep voting Democrats in office every time because you're that manipulated by the media. It just shows the work I'm doing here is not reaching enough eyeballs. Be sure to share my page, share this podcast. I can't just keep giving you truth. That tastes like broccoli. We got to hide it in some things the kids already love. And we have done that by adding comedy to my channel. Therefore, I've been going on a lot of prank dates. And over the years, I put up hidden cameras and I go on a date with a girl and ruin it on purpose. I'd have her friend in my earpiece telling me, what does she hate? And I would do those things over the course of an hour. So this girl told me, my friend hates DJs. Boom, I'm a DJ. She told me, oh, she hates when people touch her food. I start DJing with her plate and her guacamole. And she told me she hates being called big. And I call her a big chick right off the bat. Take a look.
How do you know Heather?
From class, I saw her on campus, and I was like, that girl's cool. We got to talking, and she said she had a really hot friend. She wasn't lying, so.
Do you have a job?
Yeah, I do. I'm a DJ, so. Oh. They call me DJ Big Stacks.
So how did you get into the DJing?
Well, I got into being a DJ because I was looking for a cool job that not only do you get paid, but you meet a lot of hot girls and stuff. You party, people look up to you. But you already get that because you're tall. People are like, oh, look, there's Chastity.
Oh,
you know?
my God.
Like, DJing is all about, you know, you got the turntables, you get it right here like that. So, like, your name is good for a scratch, right? Your name is?
Chastity.
Lay it down louder.
Chastity.
Chastity. Chas, rick it titty. Chas, rick it titty. Chas, rick it titty. Titty. Chas, rick it titty. 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 Oh,
This is my turn.
Sorry about that.
You can do it to yours if you'd like.
Chat, titty. You know what? Before each one of those dates, I would spend a good 8 hours thinking about any possible joke. So how would a DJ touch a plate? How would a DJ brag about himself? How would a DJ invite a girl to a future date? Yeah, you can come if you bring 3 chicks with you. Need a party of 4. You know, it's just like stupid, hilarious. And I wanted to show my range in acting. This was kind of my way to show people I can act. So the other date I did was like a hoarder. You know, people who collect things and they're really gross about it. You've been to a hoarder's house. Some hoarders will go to the bathroom in a diaper, fold it and date it and keep all of their diapers so they know every time they went to the bathroom, number 2, and they fill pickle jars with their piss and then they put, you know, the date on there, and then they got the magazines, and anytime they were in a newspaper and they found this on the floor, ugh! So I go from the coolest DJ ever to a disgusting hoarder. Take a look.
Good to meet you.
You too.
You're really pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're smaller than I thought you'd be, but you're pretty.
Oh, I'm wearing high heels.
You're wearing high heels?
Yeah.
Those are tiny. Oh my gosh, you look like a 4-year-old with those. I'll call you Tiny Christina. Check this out. This is the stuff I found today, okay? This is great. I have been collecting gum for 2 months, and
That's your gum?
there's some other people's that I've been like hanging out with, so that's why I was gonna have you. Come on, add to the collection.
Okay.
Okay. Right there. I kissed your piece. I've kissed your gum. We're like gonna go to second base. Yeah.
You kiss the girl's gum in your gum ball. You make a big gum ball of stranger's gum. You put hers on top and kiss it. And you know she kind of liked it. She's like, oh, like it's outlandish. You have to be charming enough that they're entertained by this and not run for the door. So they still sit there and get punished with this. And by kissing her gum on top of a disgusting, and by the way, the whole crew, everyone that was helping me had to chew gum for a good 10 minutes to make a ball before she arrived. I don't have a ball of gum that I keep. And I was just showing her how big of a hoarder I am. So yeah, I got to second base by kissing and licking her gum on top of the crew's disgusting gum ball. Did everybody have fun with the Right Show? We always try to end with a comedy clip. Those were comedy. But this show is so good. We got to go viral, folks. We got to get more views. You got to share this more. Go on my page. Tell people to add me on Instagram. Tell people to come to the live shows. And enjoy this comedy clip before we go. Did you know you can order my new 1-hour comedy special? It's only $12. And then you can help my comedy career. I use the money to advertise upcoming shows. And more people hear about us. And we have more of the Right Show, more of Patrick Bet David, more of touring, more of getting the name out there. So look at this. You can order the new 1-hour special, $12, on KvonComedy.com shop. Now, this is a comedy clip that has never been seen before. This has hit the cutting room floor. Therefore, I wanted you to see it. It is not a bore. This is coming from my core, and I think you will adore.
Changing everything. They're changing straws now. Straws, a technology we pretty much had perfected. One turtle ended up with a straw in his nose. California shut it down, the whole state. No more straws. We can't, no more straws. A turtle had a straw. I'm like, well, if he was smart, he could have snorkeled with it. It shouldn't have drowned. Okay. One turtle. Now they give you a paper straw. The first sip is all right. The second one's like you're licking the newspaper. By the third sip, the straw is dangly. Can I get some Viagra for my straw, please?
Can I get a Viagra for my straw? All right, folks, you've made it to the end of The Right Show. Visit your local podcast subscribers. Give this show 5 stars, and I will see each and every one of you next week. Thank you for watching once again. Episode 103 of The Right Show, a support group for normal people.